Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be creating my first ever tarot reading video. So I'm really excited to do this. I'm a little bit nervous, but some of you guys may know that I talked about this a couple months ago, probably back in April, and I think now is the time to just give it a shot and see where it takes me. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a collective reading for everyone. So not a specific sign, but I do also want to let you guys know that I read intuitively. So I don't know the exact definition for each card, but I do have my Rider-Waite tarot deck right here. And this is the classic tarot deck that you see a lot of tarot readers use. There's so many different kinds of tarot decks though. I just thought this would be a great one to start out with. So I have been playing around with it for around, I don't know, 6-7 months now. So I do feel like it has my energy in it, and I just want to give it a shot on here. So first, let me give a shout out to my very much appreciated Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for your support over there on Patreon. And I might even start doing personal readings on my Patreon, but stay tuned for that in the future. So without further ado, let's get started with this. So I'm going to be shuffling my cards, and basically as soon as messages come to me, I'm just going to let you guys know what I'm being told. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a backstory. Over the past probably month or so, I've been getting so many spiritual messages, revelations, epiphanies, whatever you want to call it. And some of these messages are just too hard to ignore, and I thought, why not try to help some of you out there that might be struggling or might need some answers with anything you're dealing with in your life. So I hope this video finds you if you need any kind of guidance. So let's get started. I'm going to be shuffling my cards for a little bit, and hopefully this goes well. Hopefully I don't... There's a card right there, but I'm just gonna keep shuffling because that was pretty early. So what do you have to tell me, Spirit? What can you show me in these cards that I need to let out? Let's see. What do you need to show me? What messages do I need to share? Okay, there's a card right there. Let's see what that one says. Okay, so this is actually the Knight of Pentacles, and it landed upright. So let me take a look at this and try to assess it from here. You know what? I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm gonna keep shuffling to see if any other cards pop out that can relate to that. What other messages do I need to share with viewers? Could you show me, Spirit, in these cards? Any other messages? Okay. Oh, okay. So, as you can see, well, the tower in reverse. So, anytime I see a tower card, I think of some kind of foundation crumbling. Now, this can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Now, seeing it right next to the Knight of Pentacles upright, I'm immediately getting this message of feeling like we're all kind of waiting for something to happen in the world. It seems like most of us, at least those of you that are watching this, feel similar in the way that we are living in tough times right now. There's a lot of turmoil in the air. There's a lot of darkness, as you can see the dark horse that this knight is on. But the Knight of Pentacles, to me, represents somebody who stands strong in their beliefs and knows that it's going to be okay. And when I see it right next to the Tower in reversed, if you look at the Tower in reverse card, you can see it's basically a depiction of a tower and people falling out of the tower. It's on fire. It looks like a lightning bolt has stricken the top of the tower, causing the fire. So lightning is a natural occurrence, something that we can't control. And the tower is the foundation, or our normal lives as we know it. So let me keep shuffling to see if I can get some more messages to go around with that. Sometimes there'll be a card that pops out, just like that Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes not. Okay, I'm actually gonna put this right here. So, got the Ace of Swords. You know, something's telling me to put 6 cards down. So I have 3 so far. I'm gonna try to get 3 more. And then I think I'll be able to get a collective, solid message to share with you guys. So Spirit, what else do I need to see? What other cards do I need to see to relay this message? Thank you for helping me, spirits. Thank you for being here with me, spirits. Oh. We are living in some tough times right now, especially with the full moon in Taurus, actually, on November 8th, I believe. So it's a pretty important month for me, that's for sure. And I've definitely had some tower moments already. I'm sure you guys out there have as well. Because it seems so far from this reading that we all are going through something. Oh, okay. There's a Chariot. Did you guys see how that popped out right there? So the Chariot, okay, let's keep going. And I'm just laying these cards out how my heart is telling me to lay them out, or how Spirit is telling me to lay them out. So no particular rhyme or reason, just kind of going with the flow. Going with the flow, I think we all could really go with the flow right now. It's another message I'm getting. Just go with the flow. Okay, wow. I'm actually going to go ahead and read. That was a bunch of cards. It's about 5 cards that just popped out right there. So let me go ahead and take a look at those. Okay, is that the Nine of Swords? And then we have the Fool, the Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups upright, the Four of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune at the end. Okay. So I'm going to take a moment and assess this. Okay guys, so I'm going to start out with the left side of my card layout and then move to the right. So I think, like I said in the beginning, a lot of us are really unsure of where the world is going, especially with election day coming up and everything that we've been seeing on the news. We really are living in dark times, but it's up to each and every one of us to be that sunshine in our lives. And the universe is truly paying attention to each and every one of us and what we're putting out into the universe. So the old adage, what you get is what you give. What you give is what you get, excuse me, is so true, especially right now. It might be extremely difficult right now to live your life with a smile on your face and spread love and positivity, because it seems like there's a lot of forces trying to get at us and pull us down and bring down our morale. And for some people that's working, for others it's not working, and a lot of us are being tested. It's so important to not let your ego get in the way of making important decisions in your lives. So that could mean don't worry about what people think about you. Don't let that influence certain decisions that you make. And don't let that influence you if you need to apologize to somebody and you've been holding back from doing that. Because once you get over that hump, because it looks like a huge mountain. For example, if you need to apologize to somebody, don't ask me why. That's the example I'm using, but that's what's coming to my head. It might seem like a huge mountain that you need to cross, but once you get over that mountain, you will start to feel so much better, and you will start to realize that you need to keep your vibration higher, because it's more work to keep your vibration higher. And I've talked about this in previous videos, but once you get over that hump of, putting your ego on the back burner, that's when life will really start to open up if you have been living in darkness or any kind of turmoil or sadness. So see this Ace of Swords and the Fool? These cards really relate to each other for me when I'm looking at them. The Ace of Swords represents a spirit or some kind of influence coming into your life, seeing that you're trying to live in light and trying to live in a positive way and helping you and opening up certain doors for you behind the scenes so you don't see what's going on. But once you get to that point of putting your ego behind you and living your life through love, life really starts to open up for you, and the sun comes out, as you can see right here with the Fool. Here's the Two of Pentacles, which represents to me, I want to keep saying it represents to me because, again guys, I'm reading intuitively. These aren't based off of the actual definitions of each card. But this represents going back and forth with, should I apologize? Should I not? Is it worth it? Is it gonna be worth it at all? Or am I gonna look like a fool? This is going back and forth. See the waters behind the Two of Pentacles? See how they're like rocking the boat, kind of? It's not just calm waters. So that's how a lot of us are feeling right now. Whether you need to apologize or you need to kind of, you know, suck it up and push through and really get out of your comfort zone. If you don't make a decision, that's what this Ace of Cups right here represents. See how the hand is coming from basically out of thin air? That represents spirit to me, or spiritual forces. And if this card was not reversed, I would say that it would be the same as, sort of the same or similar to the Ace of Swords. But the way I'm looking at it now, this represents if you were to stay in your ego and allow your ego to keep influencing the decisions that you've been making. It represents missed opportunities. So that could be anything from meeting a special somebody or finally letting go of that behavior that's been holding you back for so long in your life. Like I said, it's so easy to just stay in that low vibrational mindset and stay in your comfort zone. But once you do what you know is right, even though it's gonna be hard, once you make that decision and take action to do what's right, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups literally right on top of each other. So both the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups represent a figure or a person that has their stuff together, that can't let anything affect them. So that could be somebody who's very confident, somebody who's very sure of themselves, who doesn't let the little things derail them. Back here, with the Nine of Swords, this represents somebody who's not living that life yet. Somebody who's maybe struggling to go to sleep at night or waking up feeling exhausted no matter how much sleep they got. Just battling with internal turmoil. But once you make that decision to set the ego on the back burner, ego is a big theme in this reading for some reason. Once you make that decision to set the ego on the back burner, then you really come into your light. And you pass this missed opportunity right here, the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the Knight of Cups represents somebody who is so content that they have love and happiness to offer to the world. So they're not just taking for themselves. They have enough happiness and joy in their lives and love that they want to offer that to people in their lives and people in the world, because they don't let their ego affect them anymore. They're not worried about what they're going to get back in return or how they're going to look if they do something nice for somebody, or if they apologize to somebody that they need to apologize to, or that they know they need to apologize to. Apologies are another big theme for this video, I must say. So the Tower in reverse right here, I'm going to go back to the condition of the world right now. That's, you know, the world is still a dark place. There's so much hate and aggression and violence going on, it seems like right now. And it can really allow you to be depressed and sad. But having that Knight of Cups and living in that Knight of Cups energy will allow you to bypass this feeling of, did I make the right decision, or did I make a mistake? And then right after the Four of Cups, also I do want to point out, do you see how the Four of Cups has another hand coming from thin air? It's not another person, it's literally a hand coming out of a cloud. That represents spirit again. So this goes hand in hand with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Because see how spirit is offering another cup? And when I see a cup, I think of a resource in some kind of way, some kind of motivation or some kind of sudden change in maybe, you know, a bonus or some kind of inheritance or anything along those lines. If you look at the picture, you can see this guy in the Four of Cups seems to be kind of within himself. So it's really important to not let the state of the world affect you and influence your decisions. You know, you've already given up your ego at this point. So keep living in love and happiness and spreading that throughout the world, because that will bring the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is probably one of my favorite cards because it's inherently positive and it just represents the possibilities are endless, especially when you're using the law of attraction in a way, because that's what you're doing when you're choosing to live your life on a high vibrational plane and leaving behind the worldly feelings and the ego and the always wondering how you look and if you look good or if you look like a fool or if you're doing the right thing. If you live by what your heart is telling you to do, the Wheel of Fortune will present itself in your life, and you're not going to see like the Wheel of Fortune, of course, or any symbols like that, but you will have opportunities or gifts that are presented to you that you probably don't know where they came from in the moment, but once you realize what you've gone through to get to that point, you'll know that you deserve these blessings that are coming into your life. So that is my collective message for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. It's definitely different than most of my other videos, all of my other videos, but I enjoy watching tarot videos on YouTube, and I actually have been taught how to read tarot cards back when I was in high school. I didn't have my own deck of tarot cards at that time, but a friend of mine did. She was a much older lady, and she would read my tarot cards. But I used what she taught me to read through just a regular plain deck of cards. I remember bringing those cards to school, and I sat next to this guy who I went to school with since I was in kindergarten, because I'm also from a really small town. And I decided to read, this was close to the end of the year too, but I decided to read his reading, like his tarot reading, even though it was just a regular deck of playing cards. And I did it in the same way that I'm just read you guys these tarot cards. And he was so surprised and he was so appreciative of the message that I gave him. I think it had to do with something regarding a person in his life that he was struggling with or worrying about in a way. And I still remember that day. That was such a magical day. And I hope this reading touched at least one of you guys out there watching this. Please let me know in the comments if any of this aligned with the current state of your life. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.